In verband met de herdenking van 150 jaar Hindoestaanse immigratie krijgen we als eregast in Suriname de president uit India. Vandaar dat er dan vanuit het ministerie van Bibis de nodige voorbereidingen worden getroffen en is er dan vandaag, deze vrijdag, informatie verschaft over de komst van de Indiase president en de activiteiten die er gehouden zullen worden rondom de komst van de president. Ook dat in het licht, in het kader van de herdenking van 150 jaar Hindoestaanse immigratie.
We are very pleased with the visit of President of India, Draupadi Murmu, to Suriname. It's on the occasion, of course, of the 150th anniversary of Indian arrival here. It's a big celebration. It's a large community. It's a community that keeps in touch with culture, language, cuisine, and all other aspects of the Indian society as well. So it's an important visit in that regard. But it is also a state visit, and that makes a little bit of a difference. So there are some rules and regulations that will apply, which in case it was a more informal visit, it would not. But that's not the case. It's a state visit, so all protocols at the highest levels will be applied from the beginning till the end. All security measures will be up to the level of a state visit, from the beginning to the end. That means there will be limitations in access, but let me immediately stress, we are trying to get both press, both media, Surinamese and the India press, India media, access to as many activities as possible, again, from the beginning to the end. But we are speaking here about something like in total 40 persons. So sometimes locations are not accessible for 40 persons. So we'll have to make a choice, and I hope you understand that. We will not accept if media is going to go off script, and the script will be provided shortly. We'll not accept that because it doesn't belong to a state visit. State visit is very orchestrated, choreographed, scripted. You follow that exactly. So there are rules with regard to many issues, but this is one of the key ones. I can tell you we have asked the same of security to remain as invisible as possible, because you want good pictures, Rano, I guess. If you sell those pictures internationally, think of us.
Yeah, but you're talking about Surinamese media and Indian media are the only one international.
That's why I'm talking to you. That's why I'm talking to you specifically. When Reuters get those pictures, it must be a good picture. That's why we are asking everybody to be outside of the picture frame, for instance. But we'll give everybody the opportunity to make the best reports as possible, without any doubt. That's one thing. The other thing is, there are the protocolary measures which we have to take place, which I ask everybody to comply with. That has to do with dress code, behavior, and all of that. I assume that that is not a problem, but the instructions have been given. Those who do not comply with that will also not be allowed in the areas. So keep that in mind. Dress code is important. We have to keep a standing here. Then I already spoke about security. Security will be tight but accessible. You will get a full program. You'll get to know exactly what will happen, when it will happen, where it will happen. But there are locations at every venue where the media is expected to reside. In some cases, you'll have to make a decision, which you will have to explain to the people here where you want to stand. But it is not possible to cross. You can't move around. That is going to happen. There will be a group of 4 persons at every single meeting who will have full access. That is the presidential photographer on both sides and the presidential videographer as well. That is normal. We have asked them also to keep in mind the protocols and the issue of not blocking others. I mean, we're going to accommodate that, but that is key. Those are the critical issues. Keep in mind that there will be 2 programs, and I hope they will provide you both packages. One is for President Murmu and President Santokhi. That's a joint program. At some locations, President Santokhi will not go, but it is on the program, so you will know at every location. Especially on Tuesday, the President will not go to all locations where President Murmu will be going. But then there is an additional program of President Santokhi where he will attend other ceremonies, other activities alone as President of the Republic of Suriname. So you have to make a lot of choices over the coming days in terms of where is your interest. Keep in mind, logistically, it's going to be difficult, so be on time, that's the message, to park and to get access, close access with your cars. So be on time. Again, at some point, the doors will be closed or access will be closed simply because we have to start the program. So keep that in mind. Logistically, transport logistics is important. There will be no interviews with President Murmu. That's what has been agreed. That's the protocol. So don't even ask, but do not break through the ranks to ask for questions. President Murmu is a ceremonial president of India. It's different with our president, who is an executive president, who can respond to questions at any point in time. We have to respect the ceremonial president has different scope, and while I'm sure she can respond to questions, but she won't if it is not known to her up front. We have invited for other events, the 1st of July and later on in, August, for the 1st of July celebration and the Chinese immigration. We have invited the President of Ghana. I haven't received any confirmation as yet. And we have invited also high-level Chinese delegation for that celebration. For your information, we have a series of jubilees to celebrate by coincidence, but they all are a special number of years. So the Indian arrival is the first one, then we have the 1st of July, the African community, then we have the Chinese, and in between we have, although it's not an official part of the Jubilee year, the Indonesians who will celebrate the immigration, and an unknown fact to many, the Portuguese who will be here on the 7th year as well. But that's not officially part of the program. But there will be activities.